Hi guys, welcome to the video. And today I've got a guest with me, Crypto Boomer, and we're going to be discussing crypto exchanges and what we think of them, and give you tips on how we found using all of these exchanges and what is best for your kind of strategy within crypto. Bear in mind, we're both based in the UK, so it may be different for people in other countries, and also anything we're talking about is our own experience of using these exchanges. It may be different for other people, but we hope that what we discussed today can give you a bit more information if you're kind of getting into crypto and you're not sure about which exchange to use, or maybe you're thinking about switching to another one. We can kind of go into more detail, really. So yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, all good. Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
I'm just getting a bit sick of lockdown now, so can't wait for, was it June? 12th of June or something, is it? Will come out, hopefully.
Yeah, June in the UK when everything is officially gone. But yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, get into those pub gardens.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one. So for yourself, you recently got into crypto.
Yeah, about 2 months ago.
So can you talk through, why did you get into crypto, and what was your kind of first steps in understanding, how to get into it and what it is?
Really, so why I started looking into it, I had a lump sum of money in the bank, and it was doing nothing. It was there for quite a number of years, and one day I just looked at it. I think I'd earned 12 quid on it. It's a substantial amount of money. And I just thought, this is just so boring, it was just sat there doing nothing. I might as well have a look at what I could do with it. And in my opinion, the banks are broken. If you want to loan money, you're paying back quite a significant, was it 10, 12, 15% interest on it. If you want to save, there's no point saving money at the moment, in my opinion, and not in banks anyway, because, like I said, 12 quid on, I said, quite a few £1,000s, it was just pointless. So I found your channel, started looking into crypto, what it was. Bitcoin was obviously making the news as well around that time, hitting all-time highs. And I thought, what's this? So yeah, and then the more I read into Bitcoin, and just thought, what an asset this is. It's literally, to my mind anyway, it's digital gold.
Yeah.
There's only 21 million of them available. There's however many billion people in the world. Once people start waking up to this, I think it's going to just be a scramble for it. It's like some sort of Lord of the Rings thing, it's like where there's one ring to rule all. There's 21 million of these, and everyone's just going to be, out to get them. Hopefully before Michael Saylor gets them all.
Yeah, definitely. So what did you kind of do? So obviously you came in and you were interested in buying Bitcoin. So how did you kind of research how to buy it at first without kind of knowing?
Good old Google. You have a look, don't you? You say, oh, how can you buy crypto, Bitcoin? And it throws up your obvious one, Coinbase. That was the original, I think, and it's 43 million users apparently now, and it's just gone on to the American Stock Exchange, so it's worth a few quid. And Binance is the other one as well.
Yeah.
So those were the first two that I looked at because Google basically told me to. They were the biggest.
So if you look at Coinbase, so yeah, this is kind of I think this is the first one I got involved with in 2016. And this was when like Bitcoin was really, really low. So how did you kind of find using?
Sorry, do you remember what price it was?
It was like $300 or something.
Wow.
$350, and this is the thing as well. I always remember thinking, I can't afford to buy Bitcoin because it's $350. I didn't know.
So many people, mate, just think that. I think that's the big common misconception about Bitcoin. You don't have to have 35, 40,000 pounds in your pocket to buy it. You can buy a tenner of it. You can buy £100. You can buy 20 grand of it. It doesn't matter. You just get a portion of it, and over time, your money will grow.
Yeah.
And you can, a guy asked me, he said, what's the best way of buying this stuff? And I'm like, every month, if you can afford it, rather than putting money in a savings account that's not working for anyone right now, put £100 a month in.
Yeah.
Do that, and you'll in 5 years' time you'll be grateful you did.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. So Coinbase. So
Yeah.
what happened with this?
I'm still waiting. When I tried to get on, it was so busy. It never got back to me. It crashed, and I was trying to get an email verification back to me. Never came. Kept refreshing. I gave up on it in the end. So I mean, you'll be able to talk more on how you get on with Coinbase, I guess. But for me, Coinbase was a non-starter.
So yeah, I haven't used Coinbase recently, I must say, but Coinbase was kind of the first thing I used, and it's probably the easiest thing to kind of use if you just want to deposit money and then buy like your Bitcoin, your Ethereum with with your debit card basically and hold it. I believe now you can earn crypto with it. I think you can actually earn yield on it. I don't know too much about actually how you do this within Coinbase. But like you say, if you're having problems registering, that's a problem straight away.
Just because something was the first doesn't mean, and the biggest, I guess, doesn't mean that it's the best.
Yeah.
You know,
the main thing I use with Coinbase, and I've done this on another video, is the wallet. So that's the online wallet they have, and it's tied to Coinbase. But basically, the wallet, you can basically use it with decentralized exchanges, like I showed on another video, like Uniswap. That's the only reason I kind of use that. So that's pretty much all I can really talk on Coinbase. So you mentioned the other one, which is Binance. So Binance is the biggest. What happened with your experience in registering with them?
Yeah, so found it a lot more easier to get on. Email came through, which was a start, and then you get on, you get verified. I think the verification process took a couple of days, 2 to 3 days max, I think. They asked for your driver's license or passport. I think they might have asked for a national insurance number from memory. So there's quite some information you've got to give them. But then once I was on there, I found it okay. I used Binance Lite as a newbie. I think that was a lot easier to understand because they have another version, don't they? I can't remember what that's. Is it Classic?
Binance Pro, I think it is.
Pro, that's it.
Because they have loads of different. Because you've got all your margin trading, you've got all sorts of different things, future trading. Binance, I think, is really good. I think it's got a lot of coins on it, and it's got
too many, I think, though.
Yeah. So the thing with Binance is, so obviously the pros are it's the largest one. So if you're looking to buy even or sell a really small amount, you're able to do it pretty quickly. But like you said, there's a lot of shit coins basically on Binance, and there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them.
So many of them get bought and dumped as well. There's pumping and dumping going on. I mean, we've seen it. There's organized groups out there that pick a coin to pump for 24 hours. You'll see it go up 300%, some of them, and then they come crashing back down within an hour.
So you'll find a lot of people lose money on Binance because they'll look through all the coins. They'll see what has gone up by like 50-60%. They'll buy it and then it'll dump because they've got it too late. And the only the biggest thing with Binance, and it's happened a lot recently, is it goes down. If something
crashes so much.
If the price of Bitcoin goes up, it crashes. If the Ethereum fees go up, it crashes. If Bitcoin goes down, it crashes. If Ethereum goes down, it crashes.
Yeah. And that's costing people money ultimately. That's the big thing for me. You're losing money. When it's busy, Binance is not a great app at all. When the markets are moving, you're losing money on Binance if you want to trade, if you want to do anything on it. I don't think it's particularly great.
Yeah. So it's a good one to sign up for, but like we said, be careful when it gets busy because it does go down.
So what I like about Binance, just probably the last thing, is that I like favoriting the coins. So I have a window that I can look at like once a day or whatever, and I'll just see what my favorite coins are doing. So
we can add them
it's
here.
exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah. I will. I think sometimes as well, though, with Binance, like you say, sign up for the light version, because if you look at it here for a newbie,
it's so messy. It's scary for a newbie. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Until you understand it a bit more.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with trading as well, you're looking at all these numbers and it blow your mind a bit, I think.
Yeah, it is quite scary. Yeah, so if you're new to it and you go to Binance, keep on Binance Lite for a little bit, I think, until you get used to it, all the terminologies and everything that you're looking at.
Yeah, definitely. So the other one was Kraken.
Again, couldn't get on it. I don't know if it was because when I was trying to sign up to these, I don't know if every man and his dog was, but Kraken. Oh, actually, while we mentioned Kraken, there was the Ethereum thing happened on Kraken, didn't it? Did you see that?
Yes.
Where it dropped massively on Kraken, but nowhere else.
Yeah, so Ethereum dropped, I think, by a few $100 everywhere else, but on Kraken it actually dropped to like $700, like quickly, and loads of people that had like sell orders or whatever, or buy orders, or they'd had like a margin trade, got liquidated. So loads of people lost loads of money because
Mad, innit?
so
Mad.
that wasn't a good thing. So that's not a good thing for Kraken.
No, I mean, I saw that and I was like, that's not a good look. I mean, Kraken's one of the new kids in town, is it? I think.
I'm not sure how old it is, but yeah, I've only known of it for the last year or so. It was I thought it was okay when I was using it.
Yeah.
But
they didn't give me that opportunity because, like I say, I had a nightmare again trying to sign up to these guys.
I didn't think the app was too great. From what I remember, it was probably about 8 weeks ago I used the app because I transferred crypto off it. But I remember thinking you couldn't do everything on the app. You had to keep logging in online on a laptop. Then you had to go back to the app to authorize. It was a bit messy, I think. Well, whether that's changed or not, I don't know. But like I say, if you've not been able to sign up for it.
Yeah. So much of this, it's like you want user friendliness. You know, it's like I've got some money, I want to buy some crypto, I want to use my fingerprint or whatever to get on. Right, here it is, buy, trade it, do whatever. You want easy accessibility. Like I say, Kraken, and yeah, this one wasn't for me because, like I said, they wouldn't even let me on. So good luck if you get on. Let us know how you get on with it.
Yeah. So the things we talked about now, so Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken, they're all exchanges. So they're all exchanges where you can exchange various coins with each other, and there's various coins listed. Now the other two we're going to talk through, Celsius and Swissborg, are not obviously really exchanges, but the reason we're going to talk through is the reason we use them is for different kind of reasons. So Celsius. Now, I've spoken about this many times on the channel. With Celsius, the reason, well, I'll go through why I use it. So I use Celsius to obviously hold sell token and then earn yield on the coins and then get the yield paid back in Celsius. So you're always getting more Celsius. But the bad points with Celsius is I've actually just seen that there's an update through for the app today that's come through. But previously, the app, I didn't think it was very user friendly. And for some reason in the UK, you can't buy the crypto directly on Celsius. It keeps crashing. And
as a newbie, that's terrifying as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when you see that it's not worked. But then the other way to get it, which I did the last couple of times, was to, with a separate wallet, get some Ethereum, transfer it to Celsius, and the Celsius to the Cell app. But for a newbie, it's very like, whoa, like if you just get into crypto.
Absolutely.
But I know they are trying to make it easier and stuff, and I know there's different ways of doing it. I do think Celsius is good because of, like I said, the holding the Celsius and the yielding. It's just they're getting into it, and it's not as user friendly to kind of do stuff on it. Like within the app, I know they're going to introduce it, but you can't transfer anything for anything. It's just like you either send it out the app or send it in. It's not as easy to kind of get around, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I'd use Celsius if all you was going to do was to transfer your crypto into it and hold it. If you want to hold your crypto in something, I would hold it in Celsius, mainly because of all the yielding as well. They basically yield most of the coins.
Yeah, so if
and you're getting a good like 5% on it as well as an average. I mean, there's some huge yields to be made in it.
So look, the 18% on these, and like you said, there's loads. So if you have a lot of these, like I said, you might as well just transfer them all, and then
if you're holding bags, just stick it in there and leave it.
Yeah, because you're earning, and obviously you can earn some of them back. Like you can earn Bitcoin back in Bitcoin, or you can earn it in Cell as well. So it's up to you what you want to earn back in its own, you know, if you want to earn it back in its own token, or you want to earn it back in actual Celsius. So yeah, another thing with this is a loan. You can get out crypto loans.
I'm glad you mentioned this.
Yeah, so what we spoke about was, what I was spoken about previously is Michael Saylor. You mentioned him before, and what he's pitching to all these businesses is you never sell your Bitcoin. You just borrow against it, and then the value of the Bitcoin just goes up anyway. So you can, you know, you can just pay it back basically. Yeah. So what? Just to give an example here. So I did this recently, and actually I bought it against Celsius.
And remember what we were saying about the banks earlier. So if you went to your bank and said, hello, I want to borrow £5,000, you're going to pay back minimum, I'd have said, 10, 12, 15% interest.
Yeah. Yeah. With the one I actually got as well, let me just go in the example here. So Celsius. So if you look at this example here, if you wanted to borrow $500, you put your collateral Celsius. Say you want to pay that back in 12 months. All you would pay in the meantime is 29 cents a month. And then you pay back the $500 at the end of the 12 months. But by the time you do that, the value of Celsius in theory will be a lot higher than when you borrowed it at, when you put your collateral. So that's how it kind of works.
And what was the APR on that? 0.7%.
Yeah.
See, I think years ago, I think this might be a generation thing, why older people might be a bit scared of crypto because the banks used to look after you.
Yeah.
My opinion, you used to get a bank manager, put their arm around you. What can I do for you? You know, look after you, blah, blah, blah. Set your business up. Now, with, you know, we're just printing money and we're so in debt. And with COVID especially, you know, the effects of COVID haven't been felt yet, and they're not going to be felt for a while, but they're going to go on for years. It's just a mess, and I just think it's a timing thing for me as well. We're just getting into this just makes sense.
Yeah,
but make your own minds up.
Yeah, definitely. So then the next one is Swissboard.
My favorite.
So I would say, so I'll go first. So in my opinion, this is probably the most user-friendly app in crypto that I use.
Yeah.
It is very easy to use. Like it's got a very clean layout, and it is easy to kind of do anything on it. So it's easy to get money to it. It's easy to withdraw money from it. It's easy to exchange between tokens or coins, and you can also earn yield on it. So you can. So the native token for that is the Swissborg token. So I've talked through this before, CHSB, and you can earn yield back depending on what the community score is. I think it's 3% at the moment that you can get back on CHSB. You can also earn it on USD, so the US dollar coin there. I think that the last time I checked was 20-something%. No, sorry, it was must have been about 12-13%. But if you own 50,000 CHSB, you'll get 6% yield on your Swissborg and like 20, I think it was nearly 30% back on your USDC coin. So it's ridiculous what you can get back. But I just think it's a really good app for earning money back on as well. It's just really clean, really simple. And like I said, the easiness of it, of withdrawing, is really good. And I've never known it to really crash or be down. It just seems, I mean, it might be because it's smaller, but from my experience, it is a really easy app to use.
Absolutely.
What's your kind of experience?
Yeah, it's like I say, it's my favorite app. Once I started looking around, and then I found this one. It's like I say, it's clean, it's modern, it's just so easy to use, user friendly. I bought bags on Swissborg as well, so I'm yielding that, and I'm just going to hold and see how that goes. The only thing I would say about it, when you can't buy direct from it, really, you've got to send money from your bank into the Swissborg account. So once Swissborg are set up on your bank, it's just a case of logging into your app. I bank with NatWest, so I go into my NatWest app and send money to Swissborg. And what I will say is, people that have used this, a friend of mine has used it as well. Your bank will try and say, "This is dodgy. Do not send your money to it." And I'm like, they're just telling you that because they don't recognize the account or whatever. But no, it's a great app, and I hope that this one takes off. I really do.
Yeah. So if I just let me just share my screen here. So hopefully, if the light things, yeah.
There you go. That's it. I mean, it's so easy to read. The only thing I'd say about it, it might bother you, it might not. There's not many coins you can buy on there, but I think as well that is a good thing because you mentioned it before. Binance has too many shit coins. I think Swissborg seem to be quite selective in who they put on there. And also, if you're interested in this, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they reckon they're going to start yielding on that app on Swissborg. They keep hinting it. I think once that happens, you're going to see Swissborg take off. I hope so anyway, because they deserve it. It's a great app, really is.
Yeah. Well, on my previous video, I did say it will get to $5, and it's a fifth of the way there, nearly. So we'll keep going. Especially if you look at Binance's alternative, BNB coin. Look at how ridiculous that has gone. I mean, if Swissborg gets anywhere near that, it'll be well over $5. The growth. Do you know
Binance is running around £150 to £200 per coin at the moment, which blows my mind because it's not decentralized, is it? Odd one, but there you go.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, the other thing we're going to discuss as well is was the hardware wallets. So obviously, let me just get a website up. So obviously, it's best to kind of like make sure you minimize your risk by holding your crypto in like different places if you've got quite a lot. But also, exchanges can get hacked. It has happened in the past. So probably the safest place to kind of hold it, if you're just looking to hold it, is a hardware wallet.
One of these.
So yeah, so you've got a Trezor. Now,
Trezor one.
So the main one, which everyone kind of looks at, and I think this is the oldest one, is Ledger.
Yeah.
So Ledger, I was looking at getting this. I know you asked me about it, but they did. So let me just get this right. So when I say they got hacked, they didn't get into people's ledgers. But what they did do, which is almost as dangerous, is when you obviously when you sign up for these things, you put an email address and an actual physical address and details. So all that was leaked on the internet. So basically, what a lot of these people were having done is people emailing them saying, transfer me like 1 Bitcoin, or I'll come to your house and I'll rob you. You know, I know where you live, basically, and threatening them. So you obviously don't want that, do you? You don't want anyone to know that you've got. Well, you don't want strangers.
A stash of crypto in your crib.
Yeah, exactly. So I know that people say that the safest time to buy something or to do something is after it's been attacked, because the security is ramped up. However, I remember seeing an article with the CEO of Ledger, and I think they asked him about it, and I think he put a really sarcastic kind of response, and it really made me just think, you know what, mate, and I'll just get a Trezor instead. I'll try and find it. I can't remember where I read it, but I just remember reading about it, and I was like really annoyed. I just thought
it stuck with you that much that you said, "I ain't buying your product."
Yeah, yeah. It was something that he said, and I just thought, well, you know, if you're not bothered, like,
I'm not going to support your business, then, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Ledger. I think it's what he said as well.
Yeah, but just touching on this, I mean, like I said, I've only been doing it for 2 months, and as soon as I found out that what's the saying? Not your keys, not your wallet, or not your wallet, not your keys, something like that.
Yeah. So people say that about why you wouldn't go to Celsius or Swissborg, because not your keys, not your coins, basically. Because obviously with your hardware wallet, you have your password and it's yours. But
yeah,
I understand what they're saying, but
I mean, the only thing you're getting from keeping your crypto in Celsius or Swissborg, whatever, really, it is the yield. I mean, once you figure out how you can take your crypto and store it cold in a digital wallet, I don't know what your thoughts on it are. I just think makes more sense to me. But I don't know if you want to leave something in and gain money on it. I mean, they're all secure anyway. I mean, we're not, Celsius. The verification process you have to get into that is mental.
Yeah, like I say, it's all 2-factor authentication, and then every time you sign into Celsius, they send you an email, and
they do.
Face ID, and you have to do certain things. So, like you said,
while we mentioned Celsius again, I forgot to say they've got something called hold mode as well. So if all you want to do is keep your crypto in there, you activate hold mode, and it basically freezes the account so that you can't trade, you can't buy, you can't withdraw, you can't do anything without your permission. So Celsius will basically contact you saying someone's trying to do something in your account. So it is really secure.
Yeah,
I think once you've got a good stash of, let's say, wealth, crypto, Bitcoin, you've got a decent amount of money in there. It's probably going to be better for that extra peace of mind to then think about a digital wallet. My opinion.
The thing that the thing as well, what I want to go back to is that makes me more comfortable having it in Swissborg or Celsius rather than one of the 3 big exchanges is, I don't know, because of the dodgy activity that goes on in an exchange, or should I say less dodgy activity goes on in Swissborg and Celsius. But like we said about the pumping and dumping in Binance, if there's all these dodgy people like sorting all this out on Binance, it just seems a bit more shady with keeping your crypto on there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and every time it crashes, so I mean, I'm on Twitter a lot with it. When Binance crashes, people are in meltdown because you'll go into your Binance and then you'll refresh, and all your money's gone. Like it'll show us a zero,
doesn't it?
Shows us a zero balance, and you're thinking, what? So it's just Binance. Yeah, Binance for me to buy, but get it out of there as soon as you can. Put it somewhere else.
Definitely. So Trezor. Now, disclaimer: I bought a Trezor and I've never used it. Bought it just before Christmas. I bought it in December. I was like, I need to get a Trezor, but since then I've just been like yielding. But so obviously we discussed this. So we kind of do the same strategy now. Other people may day trade, they may do other different strategies, but we do the same. Where what our strategy is, you lock away your Bitcoin, maybe your Ethereum in your hardware wallet. So it's cold storage. It's just there with you. You obviously have your keys, your passwords, etc. And then you're left on your maybe your Swissbog, your Celsius, or your exchanges or whatever with altcoins that you hope to yield or gain more returns with to then transfer back to Bitcoin to send to your hardware wallet that it stays there, basically.
Sounds like a plan.
That is kind of what I do. I know that we've talked about this before, like doing, similar things.
Yeah.
And I think more people need to do that because a lot of people just kind of like, what I've found is like they FOMO into everything. So it's like, say they buy $1,000, so they'll buy like $1,000 of Bitcoin. Oh, look, I've made 10% in like 2 weeks. They've made so they're on 1,100. But then they're like, oh yeah, what's this? What's XRP? It's gone up 50%. And then they just sell all the Bitcoin and go straight in XRP. And it's like, and then when it dumps, they sell it. And people need to kind of chill out a bit sometimes, I think. And mad, like.
Absolutely. There's no point having, in my opinion, 8, 10, 12 coins, different coins, because the money that you have to invest, it's smaller because you're going to want to put it in each and every one of them. I followed one of the videos you did where when you first get into it, take £1,000, go big on Bitcoin, go, like do a 70 or a 70% in Bitcoin, and then maybe 20% in Ethereum, and then have a dabble with that 100 quid, that 200 quid, have a dabble with it in an altcoin. Depends what you're into. DeFi is my thing. I think it's amazing, and and it's going to be big it's going to be big this year, I think. So just have a look around.
What you mentioned as well is like the holding lots of coins. It's like because you need to keep up to date with the news for each one. You can't, if you have 12 coins or tokens, it's so hard to keep up to date what's happening. Like something really big could happen with one of them that dumps the price, and you're not up to date with it, or you didn't see it coming, and you just can't keep up with stuff. Like I only have like a few, and I pretty much know where they're all up to with stuff, but not that many. Like you'd spend all day just trying to keep up to date,
checking each and every one of them. And the only good thing with Binance is that if you've got 7, 8, 9 coins, favorite them on Binance, and you can wake up and just go to favorites, and it's a nice little list for you. And you'll see them all, how they're performing. So if you do hold multiple coins, then Binance is good for that, in my opinion. But like I say, it's how much money do you have? Have a reason for getting in, and have an end game, have an end goal.
Definitely.
Mine's I've got in 4 or 5 years time, I'll see where I am. I'd rather have 0.5 Bitcoin than 20,000x. Do you know what I mean? It's that's my opinion. I just think Bitcoin is digital gold. It's just going to go up and up in value. Just keep it, hold it, and if your altcoins do well, stick more into Bitcoin.
Yeah, definitely. So going on to Trezor then. So you've obviously set yours up. How easy was the process then?
Really easy. So one thing we'll touch on that you said was don't buy it from Amazon.
So
buy it direct.
Yeah, so not eBay either as well, because
or eBay.
I think I read an article where you had like hackers who were pre-installing software like on eBay. You'd kind of set up your crypto and then they'd somehow be able to access that once you plugged it in and set it up,
Yeah,
which is very, very sneaky. So yeah, if anyone wants to order it, go on the Trezor website. So which one was it that you ordered?
I got the Trezor one.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
So the different. This is 50 quid roughly, and the Trezor Model T, is it? That's about 150 quid. Now the biggest difference is the Model T. I think it's color, and it's a bit fancier. If you're a fan of XRP, it holds that, whereas this one doesn't. So this one will hold certain coins, and the Model T will hold others. I think actually Cardano is another one, because I hold some of that, and it wouldn't go into this Trezor one.
Really?
No, not yet. Well, Cardano do their own cold wallet, so that might be a reason. I'm not sure.
I'm just trying to get a list of all the coins.
So it'd be wallet.
There we go.
There you go. Brilliant. So that shows you what's supported and what isn't. So see, Cardano and Ripple, oh, there you are. XRP and Cardano, they're right there. They're not supported, but they have their own wallets, as you can see. So Cardano has the Adalite and the Yoroi, I think is how you say it. And the Ripple has got Trezor Suit and a few others. Well, yeah, in terms of it coming, so when it came, it was boxed up. You had to sign for it, and it had the like a hologram on there as well, and it actually says on there, if it's been tampered with, do not use and report to Trezor.
Right. Okay. Can't remember that on mine.
In terms of setting it up, though, it's just USB straight into your computer, and then it's just a case of follow the on-screen instructions. It was so easy, and like I say, Bitcoin can go on, Ethereum can go on. For now, I'll probably just that's all I'll stick on there, I think.
Do you get an app with it as well?
An app?
Yeah.
Not that I've seen, actually. I know there's Twitter support for it. But when you plug it in, it just basically does this. It brings you up to their own website where you've got your support on there, your homepage, everything's on there. Apparently as well, you can buy crypto through this, which I wasn't aware of until I plugged it in.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, if you want to buy direct Bitcoin, you can plug this in and just buy it through your laptop.
So there you go. There you go. You got anything else to add then?
No, just thanks for having me on. It's been good. Yeah, hopefully people find this interesting and helpful, because, like I say, I've only been doing it a couple of months, and you think that just because Coinbase and Binance are the first and the biggest, must be the best. My opinion, I don't think that's the case, but you'll make your own opinions. Yeah, just see how you get on. Yeah,
definitely. So there you go. If you're looking to get into crypto, you're looking to switch exchanges, hope we've given you a few alternatives there. Plenty more videos coming out soon. I have got some referral links in the comments if you want to look at the Swissborg, Celsius, Coinbase, etc. But apart from that, I will see you very